If you want to be more efficient and effective while experiencing more inner peace, then working on the core of your issues instead of putting on a bandaid is vital. Welcome to LifePix University podcast. I'm your host, Esty Rapport, and here to help you improve your 28 cognitive functions, the 28 things that make up thinking. In each episode, we'll discuss a real-life challenge, why you might be struggling with it, and give you practical strategies so all areas of your life will improve. Are you currently dealing with stress or overwhelm? What if I told you there's a way you can reduce it without it taking more of your busy day? That's what's coming up next on the LifePix University podcast, episode 378. But first, do you want to make your life easier by working on the core of the issue instead of just putting on a Band-Aid? If so, you'll want to apply for Your Brain Rewired, a 90-day program will work on improving your thinking skills. The skills behind all skills. Head over to lifepixuniversity.com/Your Brain Rewired. That's LifePix, University.com/Your Brain Rewired. For today's real life challenge, imagine you're preparing for your office holiday party. Besides for regular work, there's additional stress and it's not doing anyone any good. You might be struggling with this if you have any weak cognitive function, which we all do, and lack strategies to help you deal with them. If you're new here, you're probably wondering, what are cognitive functions? Cognitive functions are thinking skills. They're kind of like the center of a web to all of your daily activities. Cognitive functions are your thinking skills that sit in the center of the web and affect all the lines coming out, all the activities that you do. If parts of your center are weak, parts of your thinking skills are weak, the activities coming out of the centers will be hard for you to do until you strengthen the center, your cognitive function. So how do we reduce stress and overwhelm? By collecting strategies and tips that have helped you in the past and using them again in the future. Let's break that down. When you do something challenging or even easy, take a moment to ask yourself, what did I do to help me figure it out? Now, don't answer by giving a step-by-step exactly how you did it. Answer it by saying a strategy, saying the name of the process of what you did. For example, if you were just looking for an important paper and found it, ask yourself, what did I do to help me find it? Don't answer by saying, I started going through all the drawers on the left side of my desk, started in the top drawer, went through each one of the papers, and from the front of the drawer all the way to the back of the Rather, say instead, I did systematic search. You're naming the strategy that you did to find that piece of paper. Or another example, if you're lying in bed after an accomplished day where you got a lot done and you're asking yourself the question, how was I able to do it? Don't say, last night I went through all my tasks, prioritized what I needed to get done, delegated the other parts, blocked out time in my calendar to make sure that everything is put in just its right place, and then I got it all done. No, instead say, I used the strategy, planning. By saying the strategy, by giving a name to the process of what you did, your brain will remember it much better because it is not going to remember left side of the desk, top drawer, from the front, blah, blah, blah. Instead it knows systematic search. Next time it could remember to use systematic search, especially when you're in a stressful situation. Your brain is like, not thinking properly, not thinking as well, and is having a harder time remembering what to do. The more details it has to remember, the more stress it's going to get out. If it just has to remember one name, one strategy, it will be a whole lot easier. You want to begin building your toolbox, maybe even a running list on your phone or in a notebook of all the strategies that you use. So that way you could add them as you think of them and reinforce them as you go throughout your day. And then when the stressful situation comes up, you could look at your phone, you could look at your journal, and you could figure out, what strategy do I need now? So now, for example, going back to our real life challenge, if you're planning a holiday party on top of all the regular work, what strategy will you need for them? A plan. you've got that. Just one more thing. If you don't know the name of the strategy you did, just make one up. It doesn't matter what the actual name is as long as your brain understands it. Today, we discussed how we all have weak cognitive functions that make some activities challenging or stressful for us. If we have a collection of strategies, it makes it a whole lot easier to start collecting your strategies whenever you do something challenging. Give the process of how you're able to figure it out a name. You could even add this to your list, to your toolbox of strategies. That way, next time you have a stressful situation, you can just pick out the strategy that you need. Your challenge this week is to start your collection of strategies. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll see you next week.
That's all for this episode of the LifePix University podcast. If you enjoyed it, please share it with 2 of your family and friends so they too can gain from it, and you'll be helping us reach our goal of 1 million downloads by the end of 2025. Have an awesome rest of your day and grow those dendrites.